Welcome back to another episode of Getting Back to Basics. We're going looking for some big juicy mud crabs for breakfast.
2 pots we've had in overnight. This is Az's. Here he chose a deep bend in the river. I've actually gone on the other side there, sort of deep in the guts of it. But let's see how we go. Is it heavy, mate?
Oh, mate, he's heavy. There's gonna be a big bloody chopper in there, mate.
Oh,
come here. Oh, just one brim, one little brim. Might be able to make a little fish soup, little brim kebab. Look at that PV brim, the next generation of brim. He can barely swim, he's that full of the bait. Just chock-a-block.
Oh, that's not a good start, mate. We are none from one. Half of our pots are unsuccessful this morning. Fingers crossed the second pot is going to load up for us.
Good idea when you're coming through mangroves like this, just keep out for croc slides. Hopefully this is a little bit more fruitful streak.
It was unsuccessful yet again. Looks like we'll be the one providing.
Isn't that heavy, eh? Full. Oh, it's legit full of juicy ones. That's cod.
Oh yeah.
Just full of crabs. Good. Have a look at that. I think all mine went to yours.
PB cod too, we didn't get that cod out.
Yeah. What's that? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and cod. Bark. Just have to check the size on them. Bark. These ones are girls, we'll get them back in the water. See if there's any big enough for throwing on the fire. That is a good few mud crabs. Oh, look at him. He's chomping the... Get off the fish, mate. Oh, get off him. Yeah, you get back in there. They're hardy, them cod. Come on, go the right way. Yeah, that's it. Where are you going, Johnny Mud Crab? He's got massive nippers, but I think it's just... He's that bit small. We'll let him go.
Worry about this one, mate.
Yeah, he's solid.
He's buck, that one.
Yeah, great buck. You can tell that it's a buck by the V. Very defined V on the bottom.
This could be breakfast, this one. Breakfast of champions. Alright, let's sort the other ones out. Just put this one on the lie detector on the old ruler, and he is legal, but he's just borderline, eh? So when they're like this, I like letting them go. Won't be long until he's big enough for us, mate. Let him go.
You can go, mate. Go get just a bit bigger. Alright? You have a good one. Tell your mates of our kindness. You can get a bit more bigger. You can get a... Oh,
Nice.
that one can go. There's another buck. This one too. Come on, we'll get you back in the water. Hey, come on. Come on. You go back. See you guys. Oh, you don't jump at me. Just checked. Our two mud crab pots. Great pots, however. One none, one full, but none that were quite big enough for us this morning. So, plan B.
Let's go walking and see if we can find some big ones, mate.
Let's do it. So, the idea of what we're doing here is we're coming for a walk where we're going along the edge of the mangroves where it's not too deep or there's no water, as the tide is still running out. We're coming up the back of the mangroves, up into this area where there's pools of salt water. There's a likely chance of mud crabs to be either walking through the shallows, through this mud, oh gee, she's deep, or finding holes where mud crabs will hopefully be in. just keep going into the thick of it here, along the edge of that little creek.
All the crabs make their way down off the flat into the main creek. As you can see, the water running off. But hopefully we find one who's just missed the tide a little bit, is up in one of these pools.
Like there's a spot up here.
Up here?
Little drain running out into the main creek.
Oh, yes, as one over here, mate. Yeah, yeah. Jeez, he's a big one. Yeah, yeah, big buck. Have we got the size of claws on him? Right. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Oh, yeah. Big buck, mate.
That's a beautiful crab. Look at him.
Here we go, the size of him.
Yes, the chompers on him.
Yeah, that's breakfast for me, mate. How good's that?
Just sitting in the drain there.
Just coming down the drain, yeah, as we were hoping for. How good's that?
Got to be stoked, Ledge.
Yeah, mate.
Well done.
Cheers.
Don't suppose you're going to share that with me, are you? Looks like I'm going to have to find my own.
It's just so crazy that out here in one of the most uninviting places you could possibly imagine, there's sandflies, there's mud, it stinks. You can literally hear the mosquitoes. And nature has gone and produced one of the tastiest eating things you can get your hands on. Big mud crabs is literally the only reason I've walked through the mangroves here, because these guys just make it, whoa, they make it worth it. Jeez, he's a bit feisty, this one. The other areas you'll find the mud crabs like this is at the base of a hollow tree. So something like this might be a good spot to look. Underneath there you can see how a mud crab would make a nice little home. Get him out, he's hanging on to something.
There we go, the double hands for the double.
Come on. Come on, you big bugger. Oh! Oh! You little beauty!
Donkey, man. That is a massive
Woo!
mate.
But one this size is more than enough for me, for Brecky. Fingers crossed Az pulls his weight today, because I don't want to share.
Stricky's just got one. Now I need to come through with the goods. Now just to give you a hint of the reality of walking through this mangrove swamp first thing in the morning on a Sunday. Now it's definitely not glamorous. All right, we're getting eaten alive by midgies, sandflies, walking on sharp sticks, walking through really thick mangroves. Yeah, it's definitely not a comfortable experience. However, you don't do it because it's a comfortable experience, and to be honest, it's probably easier to just go to the fish market and buy a couple of mud crabs. But that's not the point. The point is that you get out here, you get nature, you smell the smells, you know, you hear the sounds of the birds, of the insects, the crickets, the crabs clicking. And you just observe nature and you just get out here and be in here. It's the adventure coming out that makes the experience, not what you catch or... Yes, just fucking get out here. That's the message, you know what I mean? Oh, that mangrove would have gone straight into me. Oh, this is a massive. I'd be surprised if there was a couple of crabs in here. Hopefully there's just one. There's a hard shell in there.
Is there? Yeah?
See the shell in the back.
Jeez, it's deep.
Yeah, it's really deep.
I'll be on croc watch, mate.
From a different angle. I've just been walking up along this bank. I've got a couple of smaller holes and I've just come to this absolute den, this big lair of mud crab. That's what you're looking for, big, uncut, deep mud ledge with a little bit of water in it. It always pays to just check right on the back, have a little bit of a tap with a stick with this bush knife. Shoulder deep in this one.
In there, mate. I'll pull your feet out. Kiss those fingers goodbye, mate. Talk me through it, mate. What do you got? You got a feel on it?
I'm trying to grab it around the side of its back legs, just so I'm clear of them chompers.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Definitely got chompers.
You got a hold of him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, I'm gonna, yep.
Swing him around. Oh, look at that, man. Wow.
Look at that. Look at the nippers on it. Yes, it's bucked.
Yeah.
God, that's beautiful.
Nice, mate. Jeez, you got in deep for him, bro.
Yeah.
How good's that?
Yeah. Oh. And it feels heavy.
Well done.
Heavy. Yeah, there's a lot of weight in it. Last few crabs we got last week, they just didn't have weight in them.
Nah, they weren't full.
Yeah.
Sick.
But hopefully, they definitely feel full.
Nice looking crab, mate.
Yeah. Oh, stoked.
Well done, bro.
Never a doubt, eh?
Nah, I never doubted you.
Oh, well, let's get a little fire up, get some coals going, and have it for brekkie.
Awesome, mate. Couple of big bucks for brekkie. That's the way to catch a crab. A lot more enjoyable than just putting a crab pot out and waiting. And you can get the
come here, get out of it, mate.
you can get the bigger ones as well, which is what we're after.
Yeah, you can be far more selective, but either way, as long as you end up with a feed of mud crabs, you're not doing too bad.
That's it, mate. Let's get this fire going, eh? All this dry grass like this, what you do, just get your fingers through that, run it through, and you'll grab all the dry stuff. A lot of this timber here you find in the mangroves, it's really light, so it burns really quickly, but it means obviously if you want to cook a couple of crabs, you're going to need a fair bit of it. What are you doing there, Az? Just getting him all set up, mate?
I'm setting up the fire, pre-setting it up into 3 parts. One, I've gone and found some really dry as possible dead grass.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna start it with, and then I've got the next size up, which is just really thin little dry twigs, and then progressively work up to the next pile, a bit thicker, and then hopefully she's going with a fair bit of power behind it. Then we can start putting some thicker timber on, which is going to end up being our coal base to cook these mud crabs on.
Ooh. The mud crab have got the second highest level of testosterone out of any animal in the whole animal kingdom, and that, it's them along with bull sharks, so two nasty critters, and that is why they are just always ready to rumble. As soon as you come near them, we're ready to just slice a finger off. So when you get one up on them and you actually catch one, don't hurt yourself, and you get to eat one, it's quite a rewarding experience.
Take the cake for third most testosterone driven animal.
Third most. Yeah. There's the fire looking at.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's been about 15 minutes. I'm just opening it up a bit now so that all those coals are exposed, and we don't put those crabs straight onto the exposed flame.
Nice. And the idea with these crabs, Mother Nature's way of allowing us to cook them, you just put them on their back like that, and then they're just going to cook in their own juices, back side facing down. It should be good now,
Some heat behind it.
Ready, mate?
Yeah, look at that bed. Beautiful.
1, 2, 3. That's them. That is as fresh as it gets, mate.
It's a fair bit of heat. You've got to gauge how much heat's in your fire, and this is bloody hot. Yeah, we'll check it about 6-7 minutes, but let's say it'd be just after that, about 8-9 minutes.
8-9 minutes.
Yeah, no, we're spot on.
And the good thing with these, it actually gives you a temperature gauge for them turning brown to orange. Lets you know how cooked they are. You can see that heat already working from the bottom up.
Straight up that nipper.
Yes.
Just a little extra to keep that heat through evenly through the nippers.
There she is, the moment of truth. Have a go at that. And the smells coming off that, I know you at home can't appreciate that, but the smells coming off, that is something special. Just that smoky flavour through it, that is all meat there. Woo! Look at that, mate.
Oh, look at that lollipop.
Ooh! Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Sunday brekkies.
Alright, let's see how she is.
Oh, wow.
That is exquisite. That is so tasty.
Forget about your acai bowls and your eggs Benedict, mate. Sunday morning mud crabs, it's a new thing. Get on it.
Straight off the fire.
Look at that. Look at that. Thank you very much, Mother Nature.
Cheers, brother. It's been a pleasure. Really enjoyed this morning. It's been fun, mate.
How good's that? Isn't it funny how one of the most uninviting places where there's sandflies and mud and stink and smell
produces one of the most beautiful spectacles of seafood you could ever lay your lips on. Legends, thanks so much for tuning in, watching, supporting what we do, coming along for the ride. Really appreciate it.
Mate, it's so good to be back filming an episode with you. The whole COVID virus kept us apart, so we're doing our different things for a little while, but mate, great to be back out here with you.
Been a pleasure, brother.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Look at that, man. You wouldn't dare.
Because COVID could never tear us apart. See you next time.